Could you name some things that you think should be courtship guidelines? What I mean by that, like guidelines, just a few things that people should need to take care of within themselves or for self before they enter into, seeking that union. What are like five good things that we say should be, we could say could be some guidelines?
Well, this is a foundation that takes care of everything, really. And that main foundation is self-love. So along with the self-love, another main issue that I see is we don't have enough self-love. So therefore, a lot of people, we don't feel worthy enough to receive, to be treated and courted, with respect and honor, because we haven't learned to honor ourselves first. So we don't set the bar high enough because we don't see ourselves in a high enough light. So that's why it always goes back to individual work. A lot of people say, I want a relationship like this, and I want a man like this or a woman like this. That at the end of the day, are you reflecting the type of person that you want as a partner? Are you reflecting that light? So you have to become what you want, actually. So a lot of times, when it comes to not getting the type of courtship that we want or the type of partner that we want, we want to blame the people who are doing things to us, but we don't realize that the things that are being done to us is a reflection of how we feel about ourselves. So we have to stop pointing the fingers out and come back in and do the inner work, love ourselves, do what we can do, and it's a process. It's not something you can do overnight. So the more work you do in yourself, the more light you shine, and then the more people that you attract that shine a similar light. So the more your light shines, the more love you'll receive. And that's how it works. So as far as courtship, I think it's all about focusing on self. So I think that if you're having a string of painful relationships, I think it's time to maybe take a break and fall back and look at yourself, look at the patterns. Because like I always ask my clients, they'll come to me with an issue with a relationship, right? And they'll say, this happened. And then I'll ask them, did that happen with the person before this person? Yeah. And did it happen? That same thing happened to the person before that person? Yeah. So see, it's a cycle, it's a pattern that you keep bringing to yourself that's trying to show you that you need to break it. Until we start to look at relationships as learning modules to learn more about ourselves so we can grow, as opposed to looking at relationships as something to attain to make our lives better, we're going to continue to fall into traps of depending on someone else to fulfill our needs and to fulfill our love, when in actuality, a partner is supposed to be there to just be a reflection of your own love for self. And that's how relationships are built on strong foundations. Self-love that projects to receive love from someone else. That's equally as much as you project.